Hi there crafty pals, Louise with you today. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I wanted to use these A4 patterned papers that came from Uniquely Creative. When I saw them online, I thought that they would be really great pre-made backgrounds to use in my A4 album. So some of you may know I'm a little bit of an A4 scrapper. I do mix it up with some 12 by 12, but essentially I really like the A4 size because I can just store them in display folders. I don't have to buy specialized albums for them, and it just really gives me a chance to create single page layouts, use up lots of embellishments without the pressure of actually having to use large size backgrounds. Now when I pulled them out of the packaging, they are a little bit thinner than I expected them to be, and initially I thought, okay, that's fine, I'll just mount them on some cardstock. But actually I think that the thin sort of paper, they're almost tissue, they're not as thin as tissue, but they're still yeah, they're not thick like a paper. So in terms of GSM, I think your ordinary paper, I don't know, is it like a 1? No, it's less than that. It's like an 80 GSM. I'd have to look it up, but I know that it's definitely not as thick as like your scrapbooking cardstock. So bear that in mind, but I actually think that this will work in my favor because essentially it will take up less space in the album. It gives you more room to use some thicker embellishments. And realistically, once it's in the pocket of the display book, it doesn't necessarily get removed again, so it's safe in its little pocket. And look, I like them. There's 5 in a pack. I think they're about $12 for the pack, so for me they are definitely a win. Now I'm also using this title sheet when I was doing a little bit of online shopping, purchasing some new scrappy goodies. I picked up this pack of Thicker's titles, and I really like a title. It's really easy to create with. In this case, you can see I've chosen So Much Fun, and I'm teaming it with this photo from my boy's birthday where they took some friends and we all went to the go-karts. So really so easy to create with, and I took my color inspiration from that title. You know, it's got a little bit of that tealy blue kind of color. There's a pop of red, a little bit of yellow, so popping those rub-ons in the background, super easy to make like a splattery, messy looking background. And really at this stage it's just me popping in a few little embellishments, trying to find my corner rounder, which always seems to evade me. Eventually I do put my hand on it because I want to round those corners and tuck a few little bits and pieces in. But a layout for me will certainly evolve as I'm creating with something. It might be that a certain product takes my fancy. In this case, you can see I pulled out this really old sticker sheet. It's all about trucks and diggers and excavation, and as much as it's not necessarily applied to this layout, there's a few little bits and pieces that will work, and that's sort of how that evolves, and this bottom cluster makes an appearance. Definitely my recommendation, if you're an A4 scrapper, or even if you want to use these as 12 by 12 backgrounds, absolutely these Uniquely Creative backgrounds, yeah, they're a win for me. I think they're great. If they made more of them, I'd certainly buy them again. I'm not employed by Uniquely Creative. It was purely just something that I purchased and decided to get creative with and share the love with you guys out there in YouTube world. So that's my share for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. This was a fun creation, and I've got a couple more coming up soon. So happy scrapping as always.